Alrighty, everybody. Thanks for joining me on this Thursday on July 3rd, as we are seeing a lot of people trying to get an early start on the long holiday weekend. And also a lot of folks really trying to make the most out of all the storms that we're seeing out there right now. So through the rest of the overnight tonight, still going to be seeing some scattered showers across most of the region as we continue to just see all of these tropical downpours continue to impact us here in Central Florida. But that's ultimately going to put a big wrench in some 4th of July plans. So we're going to be watching this through the rest of the evening. But if you're just joining us, we are live here on Facebook, we are live here on YouTube, and we are live on Fox Local as well. So overall, let us know what you're planning for the 4th of July. We'll give you a little bit of a updated forecast and a personalized forecast for what we're seeing for it the next couple of days through your holiday weekend. Because of these storms, these are already starting to put in some travel plans over the next couple of days. Possibly a little bit delayed. We're seeing some severe storms up in the northeast right now, and earlier on today, as these storms were really firing up of what we've been seeing out there right now, did put a ground stop on OIA earlier on this evening. Things look to be back up and running now, but for now, let's actually break down the current forecast. So what we're seeing right here is our current radar, and we can see a lot of storms continuing to make their way across Central Florida. And so what we're seeing right now, let's just break it down top to bottom. Areas across Perry, as well as moving into Levy, Gilchrist County. We're going to keep an eye on a little thunderstorm up there, as that's going to continue to kind of fall parallel to I-75. Ocala still seeing some widespread rain. Villages saw a good amount of thunderstorms earlier on today, and we can see areas across DeLand, Deltona, Sanford, Altamont Springs, even back down towards areas of Ocoee, still seeing more of those storms continuing to make their way down to the southwest. Moving over into Sumter County, areas across Bushnell as well, also going to be seeing some of that heavy rain in just a little bit. Theme parks as well, closing in right here. They're having a lot of 4th of July events in areas right around Magic Kingdom is right here. Over here. There we go. So we have Magic Kingdom right here. Here is Epcot right below the Lake Buena Vista. And then this is also Hollywood Studios. So we're going to be seeing all of this rain make their way down towards the theme parks as we head through the next couple of days. Disney Springs still seeing a lot of rain out there as well. Kissimmee, I see somebody in Kissimmee right here. Berlinda in YouTube writing in from Kissimmee, seeing that light rain, but also still seeing some of those lightning strikes out there as well. And then backing up, seeing just some light rain falling down the Brevard County coastline, and then also seeing just some widespread rain across Osceola County as well. So that's ultimately what we're seeing on the radar for now. And we're going to continue to monitor the radar through the rest of the night, because just look at that lightning count. I'm going to back it up 45 minutes actually. And this lightning is usually a good indicator of where storms are starting to strengthen, or if we're going to be seeing more storm action. And usually we see the most lightning, especially here in Florida, when we see all those storms pick up on the daily afternoon. We see a lot of lightning when we see the peak heat of the day. So earlier on this afternoon, when we saw that peak heat, and a little bit earlier on this evening, we went from lightning counts in the 1500s, so a lot of lightning across the area, now down to about 550 lightning strikes. So slowly starting to see those storms rain themselves out as we head through the rest of the overnight tonight. But that's something that we're going to be watching as well, especially because tomorrow and through the overnight tonight, Altamont Springs, the Red Hot and Boom 4th of July event is trying to get their fireworks going at about 9 o'clock. Of course, tomorrow, Magic Kingdom going to be having their Celebrate America event, as well as many other areas across the region trying to get their 4th of July plans in and going as we take a look at the next couple of days. But Mary, you're writing in from Miko. Hey there. Dwayne, also writing in from Claremont. Claremont's going to be getting some heavy rain if you haven't already. And I think I'm caught up with everyone on YouTube. Alrighty. So that's what we're looking at as of right now. Just seeing a lot of that widespread rain across the region. All of these storms very, very slightly falling down to the southwest, if I can draw any better than that. There we go. Hey. So this entire line of storms slowly going to be making their way down to the southwest as we head through the rest of the evening. But I want you to remember that these storms and the way that they're kind of moving right now are going to be moving a little bit differently as we head through the day tomorrow and through the weekend, as we're starting to see a little bit more of that tropical influence possibly impacting us on the East Coast as we head through the next couple of days. So let's switch gears just a little bit. So the past couple of days, we've been calling for impact days, and we're going to hold that basically through Friday and your 4th of July Friday as well, because of all those tropical downpours that we're still going to be continuing to see as we head through even the weekend as well. And we'll talk about this a little bit, but we are going to eventually start to see some drier air be pulled into the region. Unfortunately, though, it's not going to be in time for any weekend festivities that we can see through the rest of the evening. So that's something that we're going to be focusing in on for the rest of the weekend as we take a look later on. But we can see earlier on today, because of those storms continuing to pick up, and now there is still flights coming into MCO. And Erica, looks like we're on the same page on this one on Facebook, Erica. We can see grounded flights until 7:30 p.m. And I think we're going to be seeing more of that as we see a very similar pattern to what we see during our severe storms and what we normally see in those afternoon pickup storms as we head through the evening. So overall, what we can see right here, all flights grounded until 7:30 p.m. and that is due to the lightning that's in the area, as well as just the wind picking up across the area as well. So let's close into Orlando International Airport, making sure that's up to date. Actually, let me switch back to analysis. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. Let me put this on no lapse. Yeah, so Erica, MCO is going to be affected in this, and it's already been affected because of these tropical downpours. We were in a ground stop yesterday, back in a ground stop today for a little bit, and that's again because of the lightning that's in the area. I don't exactly know what the exact measurement is. I believe it's within 2 or 3 miles of the airport. If someone knows, let me write either in on YouTube or on Facebook of how far away lightning needs to be from the airport in order to make it a ground stop. But OIA is still seeing some of that light rain at the moment, but also seeing some lightning strikes around the airport area. And that's why it's continuing that ground stop until 7:30. So again, over the next couple of days, we're going to continue to see all of these downpours, and Red Hot and Boom trying to get underway with those fireworks. We can see right here earlier on this evening, they really are trying to see more of that impact as we head through the back half of the evening. So what we can see right here, hopefully at around 9 p.m., we'll see those rain chances finally start to fizzle out as we head through the next couple of hours. But overall, more of the same trend as we take a look at your 4th of July weekend. We can see more of that widespread rain as we take a look at your 4th of July Friday, taking a look at Saturday and even Sunday. Temperatures, though, trapped in the upper 80s. We're going to see that cloud cover really move in across the region, and that's what's really going to trap those highs. A little bit cooler, but we're still having that tropical humidity in across central Florida, and that's what's keeping our temperatures and conditions very, very muggy. And Sally, thanks for writing in. It's a 10-mile radius if there is any lightning, and depending on the amount of lightning, puts a airport into ground stop. So thank you for checking in on that one. So here's the forecast of what we can see. Let's take you hour by hour first. So through the rest of the overnight tonight, slowly starting to see those storms fizzle out. And taking a look at tomorrow morning, mostly cloudy skies, but I am going to zoom out just a little bit. So as I play back through the rest of the overnight tonight into tomorrow, you can kind of see the circulation starting to form. We have this almost counterclockwise rotation and just continuing to almost have this circulation over the peninsula of Florida. And this is what's going to almost allow these storms to switch directions as we take a look at the next couple of days. So overall, here's what we're taking a look at Friday afternoon, starting to see those widespread storms really starting to push in as we head through the next couple of days. And here's your Friday. Seeing those storms right now moving down towards the southwest. And as we take a look tomorrow, those storms are slowly going to almost make their way back down the Florida Turnpike as we take a look tomorrow afternoon, and then kind of just continue to swirl over central Florida as we head through Friday, as it slowly makes its way off the Atlantic coast as we take a look at Saturday into Sunday. So I want to mention that especially because, and let me actually check our National Hurricane Center, see if we have the 8 p.m. update. Yes, we do. Okay, so very little changes, but overall, let's just break it down. So we're seeing this low pressure system slowly starting to form over Florida, and this isn't anything to be worried about quite yet, but it is a great excuse in order to make sure that you are ready for hurricane season. So we have this low pressure system and this disorganized cluster of thunderstorms over the Florida Peninsula, and that's going to be making its way off into the Atlantic, which right now has a 60% chance of formation over the next 7 days. So let's talk about the tropics a little bit. So as we do take a look here, we are now, and I'm going to fix this, live here on Facebook, so I can keep this for the 8 as well. So right now, according to the National Hurricane Center, this is the 8 p.m. update. We can see here there is now a 40% chance of some sort of tropical development within the next 48 hours, and there's still a 60% chance of seeing tropical development over the next 7 days. So right now we have this very disorganized cluster of thunderstorms. This is what's going to tap into a region that has not only warm ocean water, but little wind shear and also little Saharan dust that it could possibly become a tropical depression as we take a look at the next couple of days. So what we have here is this cluster of thunderstorms, and something that I want to ride home just a little bit is that we are just in the very, very beginning stages of seeing something tropical form. So here's the tropical life cycle, basically. It starts off as a very disorganized cluster of thunderstorms, and then the next level is becoming a tropical depression or some sort of organized low pressure system. We're not that quite there yet. We're still in the very, very beginning stages of this tropical system just starting to form. So that's why we still have that 40% chance of seeing some sort of development in the next 2 days, and that 60% chance of seeing it within the next 7. But, so what does this mean for Central Florida? Rain. Rain, 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 and more rain. So we can see those tropical downpours expected across Central Florida through the weekend. Storms are basically almost trapped. So if we zoom out just a little bit right here, you can see areas across Appalachia, back down towards northeast Tennessee, southeast Tennessee, and even areas across Georgia. It's dry. We have high pressure dominating over areas across the southeast and across the Appalachian Mountains. But overall, we can see areas really blocked off by a frontal boundary. Is probably the best way to put it. And here, I totally forgot I have this graphic right here. But all of this moisture is trapped down beneath that front, and that's what's driving all of that tropical downpours across Central Florida. And that's what's really driving home why we can see the possibility of flooding over the next couple of days as well. But a tropical depression is possible over the weekend, so make sure you do have that Fox Local app downloaded so you don't miss any weather updates. But here's what I'm talking about. Here's that almost roadblock that's happening. We have high pressure dominating over Kentucky, Tennessee, and even parts of the Midwest, in areas down in southern Atlanta, southern Georgia, back down towards Texas. Seeing more of those scattered showers and thunderstorm potential almost get trapped. So we can see that right here, that all this moisture doesn't have anywhere to go except over Central Florida and into this zone right here off the Carolinas. So with that, over the next couple of days, seeing that cluster of thunderstorms circulate a little bit more over Florida. That's when we see that low pressure system start to form. And then once it taps into that area of that zone that we're watching, that's when we can pick up a little bit more of that circulation starting to happen as it makes its way back over the Carolinas. So that's something that we're going to be watching at least through the next couple of days, because even though we're not going to be directly impacted by this storm, we're still seeing a lot of rain in a short amount of time. And by the end of when we start to see things dry out, so taking a look at Monday is when we can still see anywhere between 3 and 6 inches is by the time everything is all said and done. And areas closer to Tampa could be even seeing closer to 6 inches of rain or more as we take a look as this system is moving out. So that's ultimately what we can see over the next couple of days. So again, make sure you're adjusting weather aware, because here across Florida, at least through tomorrow, we're going to continue to see those tropical downpours, which again will put an impact on a lot of 4th of July plans. Seeing a lot of vivid lightning as well. Seeing also the possibility of some localized flooding as well as a brief tornado as we take a look at the next couple of days. So we're seeing a couple of folks writing in asking about SeaWorld Orlando tomorrow and their fireworks. I do not have an actual SeaWorld graphic, but I do have the Disney forecast, and that's going to be very similar to what you're asking there, Daniel, on Facebook. So what we can see right here for those 4th of July plans, and here's your 4th of July weekend. We're going to continue to see much more of those storms impact us as we take a look through your holiday weekend. So give yourself a little bit more grace, give yourself a little bit more patience, because we are, especially here at MCO, most likely going to be seeing a little bit of a delay in storms tomorrow as well at the airport. So Daniel, back to your point, I don't have a specific SeaWorld, but I do have a Disney Parks forecast of what we can see possibly for tomorrow night. For the 4th at Magic Kingdom, their Celebrate America celebration, we can see those temperatures lingering throughout the mid-70s and hopefully seeing more of those storms slowly start to fizzle out as we head through the last couple of days. So that's something that we're really going to be focusing in on, especially because a lot of people are looking to celebrate the 4th outside at those firework events, but really, especially through the early evening hours, that's what we're really going to be focusing in on, at least for the next couple of days, because again, lots of people want to get outside, and especially at the theme parks closer to Orlando, lots of events happening. There's another firework display at Lake Eola that's going to be happening as well, but also the beaches are being affected, because as this low pressure system makes its way off the coast, we can see the possibility of those rip currents really being strong as we head into the start of next week. So here are your rain chances over the next couple of days. And again, you'll notice we see those rain chances staying high, and then they slowly start to fizzle out, taking a look early on next week. But that's something that, again, we're really just going to be tracking as we continue to monitor all of these widespread storms. But the best advice that I could give, it just goes to show that hurricane season is here. And it's only going to get more active. This is, I guess, just a little bit of a taste of what we can see for the start of hurricane season. And things are really going to ramp up, and they're just starting to ramp up now. And the best advice that I can give, especially during the holiday weekend, lots of sales going on, is taking the time now that we're still quiet and we're still in that area of that little bit of a lull where we're not being directly impacted. We're seeing the rain for sure, but we're not expecting a hurricane to impact us at the moment. So the best thing that you can do is, before the season really ramps up, make sure your home is protected and make sure your emergency kit is stocked up. Take those little precautions now, so by the time we actually are in the face of seeing something a little bit more serious, you're not almost behind the gun as we take a look through the rest of hurricane season. So just a couple of things that you can do right now if you do find a little bit of a dry spot through the holiday weekend. Start preparing some sandbags, cleaning out your gutters, that's a big one, and then also stocking up on emergency kit equipment and topping those off just to make sure, yeah, you're set and ready to go for when we are seeing a little bit more of a pressing situation taking a look through hurricane season. So we're going to just continue to monitor the tropics very closely. Other than that little 60% chance, we're not seeing anything that's too concerning. No other zones of interest besides that 60% chance off the coast of Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas. But overall, it's really going to impact us more in the rain sense, and that could cause some localized flooding. So that's the best advice that I could give as you're spending some time, possibly even going to the grocery store, picking up just a couple of extra things in order to set yourself up ahead of the game, taking a look. Let's do one last check of the radar because I know we're going to be wrapping up here in just a few minutes, but still seeing a lot of that widespread now lighter rain from Orlando down to Melbourne. Lake Buena Vista right now, seeing that heavy rain directly overhead the Magic Kingdom, Epcot, which is right here. Hollywood Studios is over here, and then Animal Kingdom right at the Four Corners area. So we can see areas still seeing that widespread rain, but Claremont still seeing a good amount of lightning as well as some heavy downpours. Also seeing a little cluster of storms now making its way into northern Polk County, and Bushnell now seeing that widespread rain starting to move in there as well. So that's ultimately what we can see over the next couple of days. So just make sure, again, you're staying weather aware. Have a safe 4th of July, and just make sure, again, you're keeping your eyes to the skies. And if you do see any lightning, make sure you do get inside as quick as possible. We're here for you and to keep you safe during the 4th of July weather-wise. And tune in tomorrow if you're looking to possibly find a little bit of a dry spot in order to get out there and watch some of those firework displays. 4th of July is supposed to be fun. Unfortunately, I think we are going to continue to see a little bit of those soggy conditions through the 4th. But just ultimately be safe during the 4th. Enjoy the long weekend with friends and family. And continue to keep an eye on the Fox 35 Storm Team. We'll have all the latest, myself and TJ, especially as we're taking a look a little bit later on in the weekend where we start to see that possibility of that circulation off the East Coast. Well, thanks everyone again for joining again. Have a safe and wonderful 4th of July, and just have a great weekend and have a wonderful rest of the night. We'll be back here tomorrow at 7:30. So if you're looking to possibly go to any of those firework displays, definitely hop in. Let us know where you're going, and we will give you a little bit of a personalized forecast of if you should definitely bring that umbrella or not. Have a great night, everybody, and thanks again.